Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back. Welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Check this out, baby. We have 3 brand spanking new knives from Concept. And before I forget, listen. I always have a 10% code for, we got a little fixed blade action going on. I always have a 10% code for Concept knives, right? Well, right now, they're running a little promo, and they said, hey, Beez, would you want to check these knives out? And we'll give everybody 15% off. And I was like, yeah. Okay, these are all taped up. Seriously. But so down in the pinned comment and in the description of this video, there will be a 15% discount code that's good for 1 week only. So it's going to depend on how soon you see this video and when it's released. Otherwise, you'll at least get the 10%, right? But leave a comment, say something positive down there. Tell me if you like fixies. And I may show you, I'm going to show you some other Concept knives also that are not fixed blades, just in case you're not a big fixed blade lover. Let me get these out of the packages and I'll be right back. And we're back. This is the Concept flank. Would you look at them? Just look at them and all their flankness. And I have 3 different variants. We're going to run through all 3 variants, tell you about them. That way, you know, if you like knives or if you're interested, you'll know all about them. So first of all, this one, that's a fancy one. Let's start with this one. By the way, I was just kicked back laughing. This is G10. Let's get this. Well, first of all, let's see what kind of clip we have. So we have one of these clips right here that you can turn different directions. It's pretty tight and you can adjust how tight the turn is. I'm putting moderate pressure. So depending on whether you want to carry this like this or like that or like this, and this is the kind that you can put on your belt without having to take your belt off, but it does have a nice loop that keeps it on your pants. That's very nice. Okay, now let's officially say it. This is the Concept flank. Now look at it. Just look at it, all of its flankness. This is in D2 steel. Has some really nice tan, like desert tan G10 with that rock pattern. I guess you would call that rock pattern. It's very nice. Does give it a little bit of extra grip. I like the looks of that blade. This one's stonewash, and I think we have 3 different variants for the blade finish. Very nice looking. Oh yeah, look at that. And I think these are also tough knives. Oh yeah, there you go. Tough knives. Very nice. Very, very nice. The flank. Now let's see. How does it feel in the hand? Oh, feels very nice in the hand. Oh, let me give you a quick size comparison. Then I'll show you all of them. But here's just some, these aren't fixed blades, but here's some regular knives, if you will. A little bit of flippity knives. I think this one's called the Hazard. This is by Concept. This is like, it has the Bally lock. So if you like, something crazy, you can do this and do some flicking and flipping and spinning if that's what you're into. So there's the Concept Hazard. There's the flank, and there's the Vosteed Raccoon. And of course, I got to put up the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. And then of course, I got to put up the QSP Penguin, because everybody needs a penguin, right? So there's the Penguin, and then here is another Concept, the Concept Main Street. These are new releases, by the way. And then here, ooh, yeah, look at that. The Concept Orlock, check that out. So it's not a huge knife, it has a small handle in comparison to this big blade. Look at that. That is a lot of belly. Oh my goodness. I have this one sitting over here. Let's do one more size comparison. How about next to the Concept Dreadnought? Man, I'm telling you, Concept has absolutely kicked some serious tail with all of the knife releases this year. I mean, they have been nuts, and some nice premium knives too. These are like in the 40s, and with my discount, these might actually be in the upper 30s, depending on which version you get. So there's the G10 version. It's very comfortable. My hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. This is what it looks like in my large width hand. It fits perfectly. There are no rough edges back here. By the way, this is a full tang. You do have a place for a lanyard, so that's very nice. Very, very nice. But man, that's comfy. It's Mr. Comfy Pants. And it does have some belly, so you could do some slicing. I imagine you could take this hunting if you want. It's D2 steel, and I've never had problems with D2 steel, but I take care of my blades. I wipe them off, I clean them off, I try to keep them dry, and then I think we might have 1 or 2 that have coatings on here, so we'll get these other versions out here real quick. Let's just leave this one right over here, and then check this one out. But ooh, yeah, micarta. Oh, yeah, look at this. This one is coated, so that's going to help protect it. Look at that. Check that out. I think you would call that is that rose gold? Is that what that is? Like a gold coating? This one is also D2, but look at that. A little bit of micarta. Ooh, the micarta is relatively smooth. You can feel just the slightest bit of texture, but it does look very nice. I like what they did. They matched the colorway of the screws, the hardware, with that full tang. Ooh, man, that's nice. I like the smaller fixed blades like this. You know, the bigger ones, maybe if you're going camping or something like to that effect. But just for an EDC, if you like carrying, or if you're like me, I always have a backpack with me. I take a backpack to work, etc. I always have a fixed blade with me, and it's always one that's more of this size or smaller, usually not a big chonker. Now, if I go in the woods and I'm going hiking or something like that, of course, I'm going to carry a more bushcraft style and a bigger fixed blade. So let's see. The retention is really nice on that Kydex sheath, and you are able to adjust it, and you could very easily put an Alti clip on here. So if you're an Alti clip fan, you could carry this down in your pocket, and ooh, yeah, look at this one. This one has a little bit of black wash going on. Check that out. Gives it a more mustic? Gives it a rustic look. Now, up on top of this spine, there's no jimping or anything like that to add extra grabbing. But this one, I think this one probably costs like $15, $20 more, because if you want to go Mr. Fancy Pants and get a little bit of fancy fat carbon fiber, look at that little shredded carbon fiber. Very nice. And it's not the ply. It's not the peel and ply sitting on top of G10. That is carbon fiber through and through, which makes it very lightweight. And, you know, I have to say, out of these three versions, this one is my favorite. I like the way that looks. I like that colorway. The new Concept Flank. So here you have a carbon fiber, then you have a micarta, then you have a G10 version, and then other ones, you know, since I had them out, we might as well, because if you're watching this, I hope you're watching this within a week of this discount code, because getting 15% off is an awesome thing. And here's some of the other knives recently, new releases that I've just filmed and videoed, and you probably have seen the live stream. We're doing live streams for Concept because, well, you know, we do Concept and a bunch of other brands on our live streams, and recently it's been Concept because they've just been pumping. I mean, look at this. This is rose gold micarta. I've never even seen that before. This is the Main Street. I mean, it's crazy. All the different variants. They don't just come out with one. They come out with ones like, see, this one here is 154 CM, whereas that one's going to be S35VN. Let me double check that. That way you can quote me on it. And that's S35VN. I love the blade steels that they come out with. But my goodness, look at this. It's a cornucopia. Oh, yeah. And look at this. Look at that of the Orlock. Check that out. A little bit of flame anodized titanium with a reversible clip. Have you seen the Orlock yet? That's the question. Have you seen this dude? I mean, look at the blade on this. Just every time I turn around, we have a new Concept. And am I complaining? Absolutely not, because I love Concept knives. They are made very well. They're very sturdy. It's good. They're good stuff. I don't have anything but good to say about Concept. They have great communication. All around, great knife company. They're a part of the live streams. There you go. Let me know if you have a new or an old Concept, and let me know if you thought it was pronounced Concept, because it's actually pronounced Concept. The more you know. So you're going to have a couple videos pop across your screen. Those are also brand new knife releases, and there may very well be a new Concept release in one of those videos. Check those out. And until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.